Witchcrafter actually strikes back here and really shocks me at what this deck can actually do. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. We will have the deck profile for Witchcrafter near the end of the video, but I was doing some random playtesting this morning. I actually ran into a Witchcrafter player, and you're probably like, really, Robbie? Like, this deck actually seems a lot better than I kind of initially gave it credit for. Like, there's some pretty cool things that you can do with this. So we're playing Runic Mine, I know. I'm going to go ahead and spell Book of Knowledge, filter off the discard, and then we just get to activate Witchcrafter Confusion here to do a fusion summon. This thing, fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck, so technically you can use whatever you want for this. Using monsters from your hand or field as material, including at least one Witchcrafter monster. And then during the end phase, standard all Witchcrafter clauses here. If this card is in your graveyard, you can add it to your hand. Alright? So you can only use one effect of the Witchcrafter cards per turn. So you either get back your add, or you get back, or you use the initial effect for it. Now, the Witchcrafter Vice Master here. This card is also pretty good. So Witchcrafter monster plus any spellcaster. So basically the entire deck makes this. When a non-fusion spellcaster monster's effect or a spell card or effect is activated, that's very important. Quick effect, you can activate one of these effects. Now you can use each one of these effects once per turn, but you can only use them each once per turn. So you can destroy one card in the field, special summon a level 6 or lower Witchcrafter monster from your hand or deck, or you can add a Witchcrafter spell or trap card from your graveyard to your hand. So the amazingly cool thing about this card is we can recur back some of our effects that we might have already used just to kind of speedline them back to the hand. Alright, so make the Vice Master. We're going to go ahead and trigger the Schmeta here, because this has the amazing effect of doing its thing. You've seen that we got to do the special summon there, alright, which led us into Patori here. And then Patori lets you tribute a discard a spell card to go ahead and special summon it. Alright, so this is where we're going to step on into Schmeta here. And then we have Patronus loaded on up here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set, we're going to go ahead and banish Pottery here for the extra effect here. You can banish this card from your graveyard, Witchcrafter card in your graveyard, and add it to your hands. So we're actually going to grab back Confusion here so that we can go ahead and rotate our Schmeta into something else for the quick effect if we want here. So we're going to go ahead and apply the effect to this. Now remember, this is any time an effect is activated for a spell card, so keep that in mind, alright? It's actually like the thing that scared me about this matchup was I actually have to keep this thing off of the field. So I'm going to go ahead and special summon a Runic, they're going to go ahead and discard the spell, and they're going to go ahead and fire this. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab the Bystri, and then they get to go ahead and special out the Madame Vere here. Pretty good. I'll take it. Go ahead and special summon out Hugin. We're going to go ahead and Hugin on up. He's going to attempt the discard effect to negate this, because for whatever reason, alright, you can quick effect, discard one spell card and negate the effects of all phases of monsters your opponent currently controls till the rest of this turn. Luckily for us, we have the Mystery Rune of Freezing Curse here to negate this, so we can make an attempt to try to play the game here. Go ahead and banish, grab up our field spell, go ahead and activate the field, and set. Now, oddly enough, this card right here is going to be the MVP of the rest of this game. Alright, Witchcrafter, shuffle back, add. Can't believe they get to do that. We're going to fire the Dispel here to try to shoot. We did good. Runic Field Spell for the shuffle back 3. We're going to draw absolute disappointment here. I love when my shuffle backs are just the same card I activated. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and activate Holiday. I'm going to go ahead and fire Skill Drain here because I don't want to mess with this. So now we have a global negate. This Madame Vere doesn't want to switch to attack mode, by the way. I think this game might have went a little bit different if he actually switched that and pressured a little bit more. We take 27. I'm going to go ahead and Spellbook, draw power, banish. And then they're going to go ahead and set Summon Limit. Bystri comes back. And then we get back all of our good cards. Alright, well, I have to do a Bystri. We got a Cold by the Grave, and we got a Summon Limit back here. I'll tell you this, that Summon Limit's not doing much of anything. We're going to go ahead and activate the additional burner. I'm going to go ahead and special one. Hello, Gary. For the ping 1, shuffle back, draw 2, and then we're just going to set everything. Go ahead and rotate on back for another search. So this is, they just got the one special summons Witchcrafter from the hand. Your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to the activation of, or activated effects of your spellcaster monsters for the rest of this turn. But don't really got to worry about that. So this is actually, this makes me cry. They drew the Secret Village and slammed it on the table, actually, which I also think This might have won them the game if they had actually kept this in hand. But instead, we slam it on the table, and then we swing over here with the Vice Mask. We're going to just go ahead and Gary pop that thing, because that card is very scary to me. I honestly wholeheartedly think that if they had left that on the field, I would have left the game. I'm going to go ahead and fire the Dispel here. Get the Banish. Get the Shuffle back for the draw 1, because my hand is butt. I'm going to go ahead and Fusion Summon into another one. Now I have to deal with 2 2700 attack monsters. We drew the special. We're going to attempt. Gets the Protect. We'll go ahead and trigger the Banish 1. Alright, we drew the good card. So now we can pop that, get the mill 4, set our opponent down to 8. We got a Mystic Mine out of their deck. It's actually fine. Alright, go ahead and get the free special summon from the hand. Get the Shuffle back here with the Search. Go ahead, recur back, By Street. By Street's really good. Battle phase, make an attempt to swing. We're going to go ahead and special summon a friend here. I like Chum blocking. Get a mill 1, swing in again. Chum block again, special summon. Alright, go ahead, shuffle back 3 to draw. Opponent has 6 in deck at this point, 5 now. We'll take 2400, go ahead and add back, go ahead and add back, and go ahead and add back. Alright, so we drew Witchcrafter for turn here. I'm still playing that build. You might be a little bit more familiar with that. We're going to go ahead and trigger the effect. Go ahead and trigger the Banish. Alright, go ahead and do the rotate back. And then we're going to go ahead and special summon for the Banish 1. Alright, and then I activate the Mine here. I was really worried that my opponent could Patronus shuffle back. I was like, we're going to activate Mine. We'll hold the Call by the Grave if he does any like shenanigans during end phase. Nope, don't have to worry about it. We got that. Honestly, I think the Spellcaster Village might have mattered a little bit more, but this was actually a really good game for what it was. Alright, we're going to pass on over so you can take a look at this Witchcrafter creation. Alright, so this is the Witchcrafter list that we ended up playing against here from D. So we have the one Madame Bury. You're not going to try to want to play more than this. This card's a brick and a half as it is. You have one Hain, which is also fine. Triple copies of Shmedo, which is still the heart and soul of the deck. You have one Patori. 2 copies of the Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, but of course. 1 Pottery, 1 Jenny, and then 2 Magician Souls. We're actually not playing the Illusion of Chaos. That's kind of interesting. I guess maybe because we're locked in at... I think I'd play Illusion if I was really trying to do this. Just, I guess, something to really consider. I mean, I guess you can drop the Madame Bury, but that's just one more search on this that you can really get. We have 2 copies of Spellbook of Knowledge, triple copies of the Witchcrafter Confusion, good old 2 copies of Spellbook of Master, 2 copies of Creation, 1 Reasoning, that's actually kind of cool, 1 Holiday, triple copies of Spellbook of Secrets, 1 Called by the Grave, 1 Spellbook of Judgment, 1 Super Poly. We have 1 Draping, 2 copies of Unveiling, 1 copy of Set Rotation, 2 copies of Fate, the 1 By Street, 1 Seeker Village, triple Mystic Mine, triple copies of Some Limit, and 1 copy of Patronus. Then we have 1 Asa, 1 copy of Iria, 1 Hida, 1 Win, 1 Lina, and 1 Dark. Yeah, we're just playing all these. We have 1 copy of Ultimate Falcon, so we have some good old shenanigans on the back end here. 1 Mudmud, 1 Anitis, 1 Diplexer, 2 Garuda, 2 Witchcrafter Vice, and then 1 Naturi Exterio here. Wrapping up your interesting take for Witchcrafter. I actually really solidly like this deck. Like, I didn't think I'd run into so much interesting stuff today, but I really did. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later on the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.